Hi students, myself Maheshwari from CSC department. I belongs to MVR College of Engineering and Technology. I deal the subject mobile computing for final year BTech first semester. Today I would like to deliver the topic of class 3 is GSM. GSM means Global System for Mobile Communication. Here G stands for Global, S stands for System, M stands for Mobile Communication. In this global, it is relating to whole world that we can call as global. System means a set of things working together as parts of mechanism we can call as system. In mobile communication, it takes tagging, testing or sending data or images or videos, whatever the data, by using of over a wireless network, we can call as mobile communication. The combination of three activities we can call as GSM, which is for Global System for Mobile Communication. Here I discussed today the objectives are what is GSM, evolution of GSM, worldwide development of GSM, GSM versus CDMA, generations of GSM, GSM architecture, services of GSM, characteristics and features of GSM, advantages of GSM, disadvantages of GSM and applications of GSM. Finally, I conclude the topic GSM. This is the today objectives. What is GSM? GSM means Global System for Mobile Communication. It is a digital cellular communication system. It has developed in order to create a common European mobile telephone and standard, but it has been rapidly accepted worldwide. The formerly it was Group Special Mobile, founded in 1982. Now it can be called as Global System for Mobile Communication. The evolution of GSM is 1982. The Conference of European Post and Telecommunication set formed Group Special Mobile called GSM. In this GSM, the evolution is happened in starting 1G. It uses tags, means total access controlling signal, and 2G. In this 2G it used GSM and GPRS. In 3G it used wireless CDMA and HSPA. At last it used 4G. Now situation, we all are used the 4G technology. Worldwide development. So see the graph in down. There is number of networks. In this network, that Airtel is in high. It is the subscribed based in January 2013 graph. In this million of 3 million subscribers worldwide are more than used, and 930 networks in 222 countries are region. More than 80% worldwide market shares are used. Present in now situation, the Geo network is very high to use because of quality assurance. The comparisons of versus in GSM and CDMA based on the features. GSM stand for Global System for Mobile Communication. CDM stand for Code Division Multiple Access. The storage type in GSM is SIM. The storage type in CDMA is internal memory. Global market share in GSM is 75%. Global market share in CDMA is 25%. The dominance in GSM is dominant standard worldwide expert the US. The dominance in CDMA is stands in US. The data transfer in GSM is GPRS, 3G and 4G. The data transfer in CDMA is 3G and 4G, EVDO. The network in GSM is every cell has corresponding network tower which serves the mobile phones in that cellular area. Network in CDMA means there is one physical channel and a special code for every device in that coverage network. Using the codes in the signal, the device is multiplexed and the same physical channel is used to send the signal. International roaming in GSM is most accessible. International roaming in CDMA is less accessible. Frequency band in GSM is multiple: 850 MHz, 950 MHz, 1800 MHz, 1900 MHz. Frequency band in CDMA is single, which is nothing but 850 MHz. Network service in GSM is SIM specific. User has option to select the handset of his choice. Network service in CDMA is a handset specification. A real-time example for GSM and CDMA is in GSM present we use the smartphones, so whatever the network we can select our choice. In CDMA is in long earlier a Reliance keypad phone is there. A Reliance keypad phone must use Reliance SIM only. It did not accept any other networks. That is called as the real-time example of CDMA. And generations of GSM. There is 4 generations. Those are first generation, second generation, 2.5 generation and third generation. The first generation are used analog mobile technologies. It is advanced mobile phone systems, total access communication systems and NMT, Nordic mobile telephones. In second generation, it used digital mobile technologies. Those are GSM and CDMA. And 2.5 generation is used enhancement of GSM to GPRS. Third generation is technologies coursed by ITU IMT. The following table lists the key events in the GSM events. GSM architecture. In this GSM architecture, there are 3 factors. Those are mobile station, mobile equipment. In that mobile station, there is a SIM also. Base station subsystems. In this base station subsystem, the base transceiver station and base station controller are 2 types. Network switching system is 3 factors. Those are mobile switching network, home location register and visitor location register. In this mobile station, the mobile station is made up of 2 entities. Those are mobile equipment, subscriber, entity, module. In this mobile equipment, there is two factors because the mobile equipment and SIM identity model also there. Mobile equipment means whatever the device we can use in each and every part will be involved mobile equipment. In the SIM entity is in the port, whatever the SIM it will be taken to include it the network efficiency. The mobile station, there is a two factors earlier I said. Portable handle held device uniquely identified by IMD voice and data transmission, monitoring power and signal quality of surrounding cells for optimum handover. These all are included in mobile equipment. And SIM subscriber identity model has smart cards, contains IMSM, allows user to send and receive calls, encoded network identification details, and it have the key by using of algorithms protected by a password or pin can be removed from one phone to other phone. The base station controller. In this base station controller, there are two factors. In this base station controller, there are two factors. It is base transceiver station and base section controller. Encoded encrypted multiplexes modulates or feed the RF signals to the antenna. Frequency hopping communication with the MS and BSC consisting of transceivers by using of units. The base station controller is managed radio resources for base transceiver station, assign frequency and time slots for mobile station in this area, handles calls setup, transcoding and rate adapting functionalities, handover for each MS, radio power control, it communicates with mobile switching center and base transmitter station. Now if you see this picture, in this picture the top level is antennas and the middle level it is mass support antennas at required height, and the end in the bottom side the bottom side use cabin, how radio transmitter receiver or transmitters work. Network switching subsystems have the four factors. Those are home location register. In this home location register, the database is stored in permanently about mobile subscribers in a large service area, and it generally one per GSM network operator. The database contains prepaid and postpaid roaming restrictions, supplementary services, and visitor location register is temporary database which updates whenever new mobile station enters into area by using of home location register database. Control those mobile roaming in its area, reduce number of queries to home location area. Database contains the location area and authentication key. In this authentication center, it protects against in-air interface, maintain authentication keys and algorithms, and provide security tips generally associated with home location register. And next one is equipment identity register. In this equipment identity register, the database that is used to track handset using the International Mobile Equipment Identity made up of three subclasses. Those are the white list, the black list and grey list. Only one EIR per PLMN. This is the architecture of GSM. Here this is MSC. MSC means Mobile Switching Center, and there are two BSCs is there. Here see the picture with keen observation. There are two interfaces. In this first interface is air interfaces and second one is interfaces to BSC and to MSC. Here the mobile equipment will send the information to BTS, the base transmitter station. This base transmit station will send the information to BTS, BSC. In this BSC, it will be send information to MSC. In this MSC, there are four factors. Those are HLS and VLS and authentication EIR. This MSC is used in internet by using a packet network. It will be sent the globally by using of mobile communication. So this is the architecture of GSM. GSM operation for speech to radio wave. In this there is a source and destination paths. Here see the flowchart. If speech is coding, the channel also coding, interleaving and rest formatting and chipping and modulating. In this modulating, there is apply in frequency of radio. In this frequency of radio is on, then it is demodulating, dechipping and burst formatting, deinterleaving, and channel is decoded and speech decoding. So source to destination, the information will be passed. In between, the internally work will be happen by using of radio wave. Teleservices. In this telecommunication services that enable voice communications, mobile phones. Offered services are mobile telephony and emergency calling. All of you know mobile telephony means it is a handset mobile phone. This mobile phone we use when the network is provided, then signaling through antenna, then we call to other person or then we send the information to other person. Whatever the videos and images, whatever the data we transmit to other person depends on the signaling of antenna. The emergency calling is if we have no balance to our SIM, then also the emergency calling will be moved to second party. In this emergency calling, the 100 number is an example of emergency calling. If there is no network, if there is no SIM activity, it will be moved to emergency calling. Bearer service. In this bearer service, whatever the service provided by the servicer, that we can call as bearer service. In this, the data service for information transfer between GSM and other networks like PSTN and ISDN net etc. The rates from 300 to 9016 bytes per second. And second service is SMS, short message service. In the short message service, 160 characters are used, and it is alphanumeric data transmission to or from the mobile terminal. And unified messaging service. In this unified messaging service will be a bearer service and group 3 fax, voicemail, electronic mail, all are used for bearer service. Supplementary services are call related services. Those are call waiting, call holding, call bearing, and call forwarding, multi-party call conferences. These 5 are call related services. Call waiting, if we talking to other person in our phone, then if person if any other person feel interested to call us, then the notification is displayed in our handset. So all of you observe in your mobile. And call hold means put a call on hold to take another call. We can use call hold. And call bearing is all calls, outgoing calls or incoming calls is call bearing. And call forwarding means calls can be sent to various number of defined by the user. And multi-party call conferences are used for link multiple calls together. Now present situation, we all are communicate with our mobiles by using of conference calls. Two or more persons will communicate at a time by using of multi-party call conferences. Characteristic of GSM. The characteristics of GSM is fully digital system and security against fraud, enhanced privacy, full international roaming capability, support for new services, capability with ISDN, support for short message service, good subject to voice quality. Fully digital system. Here whatever the GSM we will be used, it is full digital. We will capture the photos and videos, the animations and data animations and calculations. Whatever we can do, we can access the GSM by using of digital systems. And security against fraud, enhanced privacy. So in our GSM we put the security to our privacy. We given to the PIN passwords, face detections and thumb scanning. So all other security again will be given our privacy. Fully international roaming capability. It is fully international roaming capability. Yes, the GSM will provide the international roaming capability through the whole world. Supported for new services. The GSM is supported to updated services also. And capability within ISDN, the capability of international services of digital network also. And support for short message service. Whatever the message we can send to other person, that will be in good subject to voice quality. Is it audio or is it text? Is it video? Is it animation? Is it image? So whatever, or is it file? Is it document? So whatever we can send to destination person, that is very good subject to voice quality. It will be sent. These are the characteristics of GSM. Advantages of GSM. Better quality of speech. This is the first advantage. The quality is very high to speech. Second one is data transmission is supported. Whatever the data is transmitted to one to another, the data is supported to data transmission. And third service is new services offered due to ISDN compatibility. Yes, it is updated. Whatever the new services are in that are adopted by using of GSM. And international roaming possibility in large market. Yes, it is international roaming possibility in large market. Nowadays the GSM, the global system mobile communication, is used worldwide media. In that worldwide media, the international roaming possibilities are in large market. In this GSM have the disadvantages also. So that is dropped and missed calls. If the network does not provide the signal to our mobile, then automatically the call is disconnected or dropped. This is the major disadvantage. And less efficiency. If the average occupation is 40%, then automatically it will be in less efficiency. Security issues. The security issues also very less because the network of a mobile by using of GSM, in that mobile stations they does not connect the data security. So on that purpose the security issues also disadvantages of GSM. The applications of GSM. There are 4 applications: mobile telephonic, GSM, telematic system, and value added services. Mobile telephonic, as you know, the landline mobile in our home. In that landline mobile we can do only call attempt, we can do only calling purpose only, or call disconnect. These two functionalities in mobile telephony. In GSMR service, resource service is used the towers. Those are the top level. It has antennas, those are in picture right side down, and telematic system. In left side top level is telematic system, feed management, automatic meter regarding the toll connection, remote control and fast support of DG sets, and value added services. All are the applications of GSM. So value added services means whatever the new services are updated and new services are taken that are adopted by using of GSM. These are the applications of GSM. And finally, I conclude the mobile telephonic industry rapidly grown and that has become backbone for business success and efficiency and a part of modern lifestyles all over the world. So mobile telephonic industry rapidly growing and that has become backbone for business success and efficiency and a part of modern lifestyles all over the world. And in this section I have to try to give an overview of the GSM system. I hope that I have the generally favor of GSM and the philosophy behind its design. The GSM is standard that ensures interoperability without shifting computation and invocation among the suppliers to the benefit of public both in terms of cost and service quality. So in this lecture we learn the objectives all are fulfilled. So here we learn what is GSM. So GSM, which is nothing but global system mobile communication. Here we learn evolution of GSM. In this evolution of GSM there is 1G, 2G and 3G and 4G technologies we can evaluate, and worldwide radio point of GSM we can calculate. So in January 2013 the survey is used to a high rate of Airtel network, and GSM versus CDMA global system for mobile communication versus code division multiple access we learn here. GSM architecture. In this GSM architecture mostly we learn the three factors. These are MS, BTS and BCS. MS means mobile stations and MSC means mobile switching center. BSC means base station controller and BTS means base transmitter station. ITU means International Telecommunication Union. IMT means International Mobile Telecommunication. Here we also learn HLR and VLR, home location register and visitor location register. In home location register it is permanent database. In visitor location register it is temporarily database. And authentication we learn here, and EIR also we learn, and tax total access communications we learn here. So all these things we learn here. This is a GSM architecture. Services of GSM also we learn this section. Characteristics and features and the advantages of GSM we learn in this section. Disadvantages of GSM is also we learn in this section. Application of GSM is also we learn in this section. And finally I conclude this subject. I hope all of you students, all of you understand. Thank you.